These are the childhood friends who got caught in the crossfire of the biggest celebrity family feud of 2026, and Brooklyn Beckham just unfollowed them all. When Gordon Ramsay decided to weigh in on the Beckham family drama, he had no idea his own kids would pay the price. For over 25 years, the Ramsays and Beckhams have been more than just celebrity friends. They've been family. Their kids literally grew up together, sharing Christmas mornings in the Maldives, summer vacations at exclusive ski resorts, and countless playdates that tabloids could only dream of photographing. Holly and Jack Ramsay, Gordon's 26-year-old twins, have been Brooklyn Beckham's closest friends since they were toddlers. Gordon is even Harper Beckham's godfather. But in February 2026, all of that came crashing down with a few taps on an iPhone screen. It started innocently enough. Brooklyn Beckham, the 26-year-old eldest son of David and Victoria, had been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. After releasing a scathing 6-page Instagram statement on January 20th, 2026, accusing his parents of years of controlling behavior and prioritizing brand Beckham over genuine family connection, Brooklyn had effectively cut ties with his entire family. He'd blocked them on social media, skipped Christmas, and even hired Shillings, the same law firm used by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to limit contact. The whole thing was a complete mess that even affected his younger brothers Romeo and Cruz Beckham, with Cruz later posting on Instagram, "They woke up blocked, as did I." Then Gordon Ramsay decided to play peacemaker. In a February 13th interview with The Sun, the celebrity chef couldn't help himself. "Victoria's upset, and I know 24/7, 7 days a week, just how much David loves Brooklyn," Gordon said, his protective instincts kicking in for his old friends. He went further, delivering what he probably thought was tough love. "Honestly, one day you're not going to have your mom and dad, and you need to understand that. That penny will drop." Gordon had watched the Beckham family dynamics for decades. He'd seen David and Victoria navigate the pressures of global fame while trying to raise 4 children in the spotlight. As someone who'd witnessed their parenting firsthand, he felt compelled to speak up. "I've seen how good parents they are," he continued. "David as a dad is just incredible. They've both put so much energy into their kids, and I know just how many times they've gotten Brooklyn out of trouble." The interview was classic Gordon, blunt, well-intentioned, and completely oblivious to how it might backfire. Within hours, Brooklyn Beckham had made his response crystal clear. Not with words, but with actions that would devastate 2 innocent bystanders who'd grown up calling him their best friend. Brooklyn unfollowed Gordon Ramsay on Instagram. Then he went nuclear. Holly Ramsay, who had just married 3-time Olympic gold medalist Adam Peaty in a fairy tale ceremony at Bath Abbey barely 2 months earlier, suddenly found herself blocked by her childhood friend. Her twin brother Jack suffered the same fate. 2 people who had absolutely nothing to do with Gordon's interview had become collateral damage in Brooklyn's war against anyone who dared question his choices. The irony is heartbreaking when you consider their history. Brooklyn, Holly, and Jack are all 26 years old, born just months apart. They'd spent their entire lives as a trio, surfing together in LA when their families lived there, sharing holidays that most people can only fantasize about. Gordon had even helped mentor Brooklyn's interest in cooking, teaching him skills that Brooklyn still showcases on social media today. Holly's wedding in December had been a beautiful affair, with Victoria Beckham attending and even designing one of Holly's pre-wedding dresses. The Beckham-Ramsay friendship seemed unshakable. Brooklyn's absence from the wedding had been noted, but nobody expected it would lead to this complete severing of ties. What makes Brooklyn's retaliation even more calculated is who he chose to keep following. While he blocked Gordon, Holly, and Jack, he continued following Gordon's wife, Tana Ramsay, daughter Tilly Ramsay, and young son Oscar. It was surgical precision. He knew exactly whose relationships to destroy and whose to preserve. The timing couldn't have been worse for the Ramsay family. Gordon was promoting his new Netflix docuseries, Being Gordon Ramsay, which documented his ambitious plans for multiple restaurant ventures in London. The show was supposed to be his moment of triumph, but instead, it became overshadowed by accusations that he'd exploited his friendship with the Beckhams for publicity. Critics were brutal. Gordon is nearly 60 and took a pop at a kid he has known since he was a toddler, one commentator noted. It seems he should get his own house in order before commenting on others' family situations. The criticism stung because it had merit. Gordon's own family wasn't immune to drama. His relationship with his new son-in-law Adam Peaty's family had been strained following Holly's wedding, with reports of tensions over outfit choices and awkward speeches. But Gordon stood by his comments, even as the fallout intensified. "Families do fall out. I fell out with my parents, and I fell out with my kids," he said, trying to project optimism. The Beckhams are too close not to get this back on track, and I'm confident that they will. His confidence seemed misplaced as more details emerged about just how deep Brooklyn's resentment ran. The young Beckham's January Instagram statement had been devastating in its accusations. He claimed his parents had controlled him his entire life, prioritizing brand Beckham over genuine family love. He alleged that Victoria had canceled making Nicola's wedding dress at the 11th hour, forcing his wife to find a Valentino haute couture gown instead. Most damaging was his assertion that family affection was measured by social media engagement rather than genuine emotion. Brooklyn had effectively aligned himself with his wife's family, her father, Nelson Peltz, a billionaire investor worth over $1.6 billion through his firm Trian Partners. The wedding dress controversy particularly highlighted the complexity of the situation. While Brooklyn painted Victoria as vindictive, Nicola's own stylist contradicted this narrative, revealing that her Valentino gown had been planned for over a year with multiple fittings in Rome. The truth, as usual, seemed more nuanced than either side was willing to admit. Victoria Beckham's response to Gordon's interview was telling in its subtlety. Rather than publicly commenting, she made a quiet but powerful statement by attending the launch of Gordon's Netflix series. Her presence alongside Gordon and Tana Ramsay sent a clear message. Their friendship remained intact, regardless of Brooklyn's retaliation. For Holly and Jack Ramsay, being caught in this crossfire must feel particularly cruel. They've done nothing except grow up alongside someone they considered family, only to be discarded the moment their father spoke his mind. Holly, fresh from her wedding bliss, suddenly found herself persona non grata in a drama that had nothing to do with her. The whole situation reveals the toxic nature of modern celebrity feuds, where social media becomes a weapon and childhood friendships become casualties. Brooklyn's decision to unfriend the Ramsay children while keeping their siblings on his follow list shows a level of strategic cruelty that's genuinely shocking. As the dust settles, Brooklyn has returned to his kitchen, posting sourdough tutorials as if nothing happened. It's almost poetic that he's using skills Gordon helped teach him, while simultaneously destroying relationships Gordon holds dear. The student has surpassed the master, but not in the way anyone hoped. What happens next remains uncertain. Gordon maintains hope that the Beckham family will reconcile, but his own children have paid a price for his optimism. 25 years of friendship between two families has fractured along generational lines, with the children bearing the consequences of their parents' conflicts. In the end, this isn't just about celebrity gossip or family drama. It's about how fame can poison even the most genuine relationships, turning childhood friends into strategic pawns in a game none of them chose to play. Holly and Jack Ramsay are just the latest casualties in Brooklyn Beckham's war against his past, and their silent absence from his social media speaks volumes about how ugly this beautiful friendship has become.